Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back, and thank you so much for your support. In today's video, I will be taking all of the tips that I discuss in various videos about the Carnival Sunshine, and I'm going to put them all in this video so that you don't have to go back and search through the videos to try to figure out to find that particular tip, unless you just want to. And hey, you be you, I would love the views. But anyway, let's get to those tips so that you can have a great trip on the Carnival Sunshine. I'm Trinice West, and this guy is my husband, Kevin. We're a retired couple, and our goal is to travel as much as possible while we're physically able, without draining our retirement savings. Our channel is all about inspiring you to embrace your golden years while navigating the world on a fixed income, one voyage at a time. Okay, so let's get to these 10 tips. First of all, tip number one, booking your cabin. So before you even step on the ship, make sure that you look at the cabin that you're booking. If you have any problems or issues with noise, you definitely do not want to book a cabin that's near the atrium area because there's a lot of action in that area. They have DJs, they have sing-alongs, live music. So you may want to avoid that area. Our cabin was close to this area and we could hear the sing-alongs, but it didn't bother us. It didn't keep me from sleeping. But if it's a concern, you definitely need to try another area. Okay, so the next one, tip number two, is to download the app before the cruise start so that you'll be good to go once you get on board. There were a lot of people who were trying to download the app before they were trying to download this darn thing as we were sailing away. Don't be that guy. Download it at home while you have great Wi-Fi because you will definitely need it whether you like it or not. But you may be saying, I don't need the app. Well, it will definitely come in handy if you have your time dining, which is what we ended up getting on this particular cruise. Now, when we sailed, at this particular cruise, they had more of a mature crowd, I'll say it that way, on board. And I remember one poor lady who said she didn't even have a cell phone. And then there were other people who said they didn't know how to use the app. So unfortunately, having the app does help. I'm not a big fan of apps, but I know you have to use them. So they are a necessary evil. But I would definitely recommend downloading the app before you leave home. Okay, so tip number three, if you would like to save a little money, Carnival does allow you to bring certain items on board. I am currently on another Carnival ship right now, and there were many passengers as we were doing embarkation that were bringing on cans of soda. So if you're a soda lover, this could be some savings for you because that could quickly add up. We brought on 2 bottles of wine. We didn't purchase a drink package, but I do love a glass of wine in the evenings or with my dinner. So Carnival allows 1 bottle of wine per person that, if you're 21 years of age or older. I will put a link to the Carnival website with this information about the things that you can bring because those things may change and you definitely want to check that out before you lug that stuff to the port. Also, if you're a wine lover and you don't want to lug a bottle of wine, they did have a package, and I've bought this before, where you have, I think it's 3 bottles of wine or 5 bottles of wine. So I bought the one with 3. And what they'll do is the server will uncork it and open it up for you. You could drink a glass or 2 there. And if you have any left over, they'll keep it. So if you get another server another night in the dining room, they will bring it back for you. You can also take the bottle with you if you want to. So that's another option as well. Another way to save some money, because I know a lot of people drink water, you can bring a portable travel mug or water bottle and just fill those up at the stations around on the Lido deck. If you're okay with tap water, if not, you can purchase a bottle of bottles of water ahead of time. And I think there's a discount on those. I don't usually purchase the water, so you have to check that again on that. Or they usually send out specials beforehand, so definitely check. That's another tip, bonus tip. If you purchase things before the cruise, sometimes it's cheaper. And I think they have them waiting for you in your room. Now, if you have status with Carnival like we do get a complimentary bottle of water each, and also complimentary beverage too that we get. But you have to request it. Both of the cruises I've been on here lately, it's not, the bottle of water is not waiting in your room. You have to request it from your cabin steward, and then they will bring it to you. So make sure you do that, and don't forget to get your free bottle of water. So speaking of the bottle of waters, I thought I'll show you. So this is the one that comes as my complimentary. It is 1.5 quarts, 1.5 liters. Here, this is the one I have. And then this is the one that you can purchase in the room, which is $4.50. So the complimentary one is bigger. So this one is 1 liter. So you get another half liter with the one that's complimentary, or that comes with your if you have status. So maybe clear that up. Okay, tip number 4. We just stumbled upon this, and this is with Carnival Sunshine. But you can go straight to your muster station, and they will scan the code on your boarding ticket. Like I said, this never happened to us before. So you can knock that out and take care of that before you even reach your cabin. I thought that was awesome. We just did our muster station as soon as we walked on, and we hadn't gotten our card yet, and he already just was able to scan us in from the barcode on our ticket. So that was like one of the easiest muster station things we've ever had to do. Very nice. Okay, so tip number 5, and this tip is all about dining. So there's a couple different things in here. If you have any issues at all that you need to resolve with your dining time or dining in general, go as soon as you get on the ship and go down and talk to. There's usually the dining room is open, have someone there for you to meet with, maitre d' or like a head waiter or someone there, the people that check you in. I don't know, but anyway, someone there that you can talk to, and you can ask them if you can reschedule your time if you have a late dining time or if you're waitlisted. You can see if they can change it. On this current Carnival ship that we're on, cruise that we're on, we were slated for 8 p.m. at night. So that's like 9 p.m. back on my old time, and I'm not eating that late. So they were able to accommodate us and change it. So make sure you do that right away. And then speaking of dining, please, please, please locate your dining room before your dinner time, and don't be like we were on this last 2 cruises, wandering around 15 minutes trying to find out actually how to get in the dining room. They always put the dining rooms in the weirdest places. So locate that early, so when your dining time is ready, you can just head there. Another tip with dining is if you do have anytime dining, reserve your time in your cabin and then wait for them to say it's ready and then go down versus waiting down in that area. So that's really nice. Also take your phone, because they do have a little scan code there for you to scan the menu. They do provide paper copies as well if you need them. If you're finding value in our content, please consider subscribing to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you'll know when our next video drops. Thanks so much for your support. Tip number 6, as far as places to eat, if you're not eating in the main dining room, but you're eating in the buffet area, those areas, a great place to sit is in the Havana area, that whole little area over there. It's a great place to sit and eat. It's a little quieter. And they do have 2 omelet stations there as well, if you like omelets like I do. Number 7, tea time. There's a tea time on the Sunshine ship. They have it in the afternoon, and it's a wonderful way to do something special for yourself and get a small afternoon snack. Okay, so this is the last little cruise. Instead of taking a nap, I decided to come to tea time. So you select your tea, they bring it over. I guess give you some water, and we'll see what we get to eat. So unlike other teas I've had on other cruise lines, this one they actually walk by and bring you different items. It's almost like you're in Spain with the tapas, and they bring them by. Actually, I like this better because I think it's probably less waste. Of course, I had to sample a few of the items there. Number 8. Now, if you've been eating all that food, you need to work out. At least we feel like that. We try to work out. Maybe you don't want to, but we're trying to make sure that we can do this lifestyle as long as possible. So you do have the gym, but you also have a walking area at the top of the ship. So if you want to get some fresh air, you can go walk, and you can look out on the ocean as you walk. Now, the caveat to this, if it's chilly, like our particular cruise was, you may want to rethink this area and head back to the gym. Tip number 9, as far as entertainment. If you love comedy, and I absolutely love comedy, you need to get in line early. The areas for comedy, usually comedy shows are very small and intimate, so it's no different here. So line up early. I will usually get there about 30 minutes before the start of the show. Say that 10 times fast. Before the start of the show. And for Pete's sakes, don't sit up front if you're sensitive to certain jokes, because you may get included in the show. And here's Kevin Ben goofing off on our first day as we were touring the ship. Now, the theater show, You don't need to get there quite as early, but you want to get there early enough to get a great seat, because you'd want to make sure that you can actually see the stage, because sometimes some of the theaters, they do have obstructed areas where it's difficult to see the stage. Now, last but not least is number 10, treat yourself. Ask your steward for a robe to wear during your time on the ship. No, you can't take it home, but it's another bit of luxury during your cruise. So unfortunately, you can't keep it, but you can at least wear it and feel pampered while you're on the ship. And if you don't have a balcony and you want another area just to sit outside, you can check out this area that's near guest services. Also, don't forget to use the Serenity area for adults. It's a great chance to recharge and refresh. So hopefully these tips will help you get up and running for your cruise. I hope you have a pleasant cruise on Carnival Sunshine if you're planning on sailing on this ship. If you've been on this ship before and you can think of other tips that I didn't include in this video and that we all need to know, please share them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you can get some of future videos, tips, and ship tours, and all information involving cruising. Until next time, take care everyone, and safe travels.